everyone. Today we will do exercises from combinatorics, which will help us to understand how to use permutations and combinations. So I have two different exercises in which will require different approaches. So we will have to use either permutation or combination. So look, we have a formula for permutations: n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Here very similar for combination: n factorial r factorial times n minus r factorial. So what is n, what is r? These are sets. We need to know how many numbers are there. So this on top is a full set total, but R is a subset which we select from the main set. So let's read the first exercise. In how many ways can two people sit on 5 chairs? So do we need permutations or combinations to calculate it? Let's draw. We need to ask us a question: does order matter? Order in which we place these people on these 2 chairs. Is it so? Look at this. We have 5 chairs, and each, for example, in the cinema, each chair can be seat A, B, C, D, and E. And you can take, let's say, 2 people. You take John and you take Kevin. And now again, you can choose seat A and B, and you can place Kevin on A and John on B. So you can clearly see that order matter, because although these are the same people, the seats are different, the arrangement of seats are different. So for this situation, order matters. So there will be more options than just combinations where order does not matter. So exercise 1, problem 1, order matters. We need to choose permutation, because permutation, this formula is when we select elements in the position in which order matters. Okay, so with this we found out that we need to use permutation. Let's substitute these values with the real numbers from the exercise. I'm going to erase this, what I wrote so far, so we'll have more space. So we see we have a the main set is 5. We have 5 chairs. So we write 5 factorial divided by n minus r. So in the bracket we write 5 minus 2 factorial. So as it is in a bracket, it has to be done first. So the priority, the order of calculation for expressions in brackets is always first. So again, we can write that this is 5 factorial divided, factorial is written like exclamation mark, 5 factorial divided by 3 factorial. And now it's very important how to cancel out this expression when you have 5 over 3 factorial. So the best way is to simply write what remains, because we will cancel out up to 3, right? So what will be left only 4 times 5. So it will be 20. In total, there are 20 ways 2 people can sit on 5 chairs. This is the solution, 20 different ways. But you may ask me, why did I write 4 times 5? Okay, so let me explain further. Because when we cancel out, you need to pay attention what cancels with what. Because there is a common mistake people make. Common mistake would be like this. I will write it like this, so you would just write if I cancel out 3 with 5, then only 2 factorial will be left, right? Because 3 is like, it would be 2, but no, not 2 factorial is left, because we write it this way. So we write it like 5 factorial equals 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. Then we divide it by 1 times 2 times 3. And then we cancel out this, because it's the same in the denominator and counter, and 4 times 5 is left. So remember, that's how we cancel out factorials, to leave on what is left, not factorial, but what is left from factorial. Okay, so the answer is 20 different ways. If it was combinations, it would be less, because combination you have additional value here in the denominator, so you would have more to cancel out. But for this, it's only 2 expressions here. So with the division is less. Here the value we divide is bigger, so there is a bigger distribution. Okay, now let's focus on exercise 2. In how many ways can we choose 2 actors from a casting of 10? Okay, so we need to choose 2 actors from 10. 10 people are trying, but we need to choose only 2. So order doesn't matter, because if we choose John or Kevin or John, it is the same. So the actor will be John and Kevin. Doesn't matter if he's first or this one is second, or this one is first or that one is second. It does not matter. So if order doesn't matter, that we use combinations. So we will substitute the values from exercise to the formula and calculate how many options or how many ways are there. So now we should try, okay, so the total set n equals 10. So we write here 10 factorial, because that 10 total 10 people taking part in the casting. We select only 2, so we write r factorial. So we write 2 factorial times n minus r. So 10 minus 2, it will be 8 factorial. So how can we approach this? So, there are 2 ways. You could cancel out 2 factorial with 10 factorial, but it will be much harder to calculate. So it's better to cancel out 8 factorial, the bigger value. We should cancel out 8 with 10. So it will be only 9 times 10 left, divided by 2. So always cancel out the bigger value. If you have this for combination, don't cancel. If this one is bigger, then you cancel out this with that. If this one is bigger, you cancel out this value with the top one. So if you cancel out 8 with 10 factor 8, what will be left? 9 times 10 divided by 2, because 2 factorial is 2, 1 times 2. So 9 times 10 is 90, divided by 2 is 45. So we can choose 2 actors from 10 in 45 ways. If it was permutation, it would be more, because the cancellation would be bigger. Smaller cancellation. We would cancel it only by 2 factor, but here we cancel out by 8, because we have additional formula here. So we know the answer. Please follow these instructions to do this kind of exercises. So remember, sometimes we need to use permutations, sometimes we need to use combinations. Always ask a question: does order matter or not? The position of the way we position the items, and you will find the answer. This is without repetition, because we don't repeat. There's another formula for permutation and combination with repetition, but we can consider this in another video. Thanks for watching.